So hope all the members are joined on the yesterday's session also. In this yesterday's session, we discussed some basic things. I think everyone visited. Oh, 1 second, please. Yes, these are the things that we had discussed in the yesterday class. All these basic information. Now, in the today class, first our aim is you want to do a program in Python. What you required? You required a software. That is, you required a tool where the program is executed. So, in the starting of today's session, first I will show you installation of Python software. That is where the Python program is executed. I will show you the installation step by step. Here, for this, we have many number of tools are available. Many number of tools are available. One is IDLE. IDLE. Under this IDLE, we are executing the Python program and Anaconda. Under this Anaconda, again we have subcategories. Suppose the subcategories are Jupyter, Spider, and so on. Along with we have another categories. Suppose PyCharm. So PyCharm. Not only this, we have many tools that are existed. Right now, this is the first session of our Python. Actually, day 1 and day 2 belongs to the basic introduction. Actually, this is the first session. So, in this first session, I will explain how to install the basic IDLE. We will increase level by level. Okay, first go to Google. First, go to Google Chrome. Now, under this Google Chrome, python.org. Click python.org. Once you enter python.org, this window is opened. Here you will identify the downloads menu. Check the downloads menu. Under this downloads menu, depending upon the operating system you are using, if you are using Windows or Mac or any other operating system, click on other platforms. So depending upon the operating system you are using, you will select the particular tool. For example, right now I am using Windows operating system. So simply click on this one. Here Python 3.11.1. This is the newest version that is available. Okay, so that is downloaded. After completion of download, click. I will show you step by step. Now, here you can select the path. Remember, even though you are not selected the path, not a problem. This path is required when the database connectivity is needed. So click this one and click on install now. Click on install now. Wait for 1 second. The software is ready to install. Okay. After installation completed, I will show you how to open the software and how do we execute the programs. What are the different modes of Python programming? Okay. Why? Because first I am showing the installation without knowing the place where we executing the programs. Even it is not possible to learn the different topics. Okay, only 1 second, 1 minute. It will almost completed the installation. Meanwhile, I will explain one more point. Suppose after installation, so it opened. Generally, this Python has. Okay, first this one. I think this is completed. Yes. Okay. Yes, the installation is completed. Okay, setup was successful. Close. Now, how to check? Go to the start. Here, type IDLE. See this one? In the start menu, type ideally this is opened. Simply click on that ideally, it opens a window like this. This is the place where we are executing our Python programs. Here, for example, press 2 plus 3. Press enter. 2 plus 3, press enter. Answer is 5. Suppose configure. I will increase the font size. See. Now see, for example, 3 minus 2, the answer is 1. Here, what is the meaning of this one? Generally, I will show you one thing. In general, if you are using either C program or C++, if you are using either C or C++ or Java, whatever the programming language you are using, in that programming language, what happened? We are writing a program, and we after writing the program we executed the program. Understand carefully, once the program is executed, at the time of execution in all the programming languages, we are moving to a new screen where the output is displayed. That is in one screen, that is in the, for example, this is one notepad. Assume in one notepad, one editor, we are writing the program, and after execution, the result is displayed on another window. But coming to Python, in the features of Python, we discussed one point. I am not giving the explanation. We learned just one point. Python is interactive. How can we say that Python is interactive? See this one. Here, I given the input. Exactly in the same screen, I got the output. That means programmer directly interacts with the state instructions. That is, it is called Python interactive mode. You understand the meaning? What is interactive mode? Interactive mode in the sense user directly interact with the program where he get the output also in the same screen. Okay, that is fine. Generally, observe, for example, if I perform some operation, press enter, automatically an output is displayed, move to the next instruction. It is waited for the next instruction. Suppose my question is, if you want to write a program consists of more than one line, generally what happens? After completion of one physical line, after completion of one line, generally we press enter. Whenever we press enter, automatically we are moving into the next phase. Whenever the greater than appears, we are allowed to enter the next instruction. So to overcome this problem, Python has the concept of script mode also. So modes of Python programming in this two modes. One is interactive mode, where the programmer directly interact with the sub particular IDLE, and the second one is script mode. In the script mode, the programmer write the program and execute. Suppose, see this one, how do you open the script mode? First, click on File, select New File. Here, a new window, that is a new text editor, is opened automatically where we are writing the programs. For example, right now, you don't know anything about the Python, but I will show you A is equal to 3, B is equal to 4. Ignore that one. How do you perform these things? That is not our aim. Our aim is the places the where we are writing the program. For example, print a plus b. So this is a Python program to perform addition of two numbers. So what is printf, how we are assigning the values, we will discuss all these things later. For example, in the script mode, I written a script. Script in the sense the program, generally the written program is called script. Okay, now Simply after completion of the program, save the program. File, save. So, where the program is saved, automatically it saves in the location. In which location? Where the particular Python is installed. See this one? This is the path. In this path, suppose users Harsha app data local programs. Under this program, this Python software is installed in this location, or else you can create any other notation. For example, we can create a new folder. Within that folder also we can save. I will explain all the things. So right now the basic thing, for example, in the given path, my Python file name is sample. Each and everything must and should you have to provide a name. In this, my script has a name of sample, or suppose I am performing addition of two numbers. My program name is add. Generally, you are saving the file with .py. Every Python program is saved with .py. In this case, no need to save with .py. Why? Already we are open the script from this IDLE. That is the reason by default that is a Python file. So observe the thing, save as type Python file. Automatically it is taken as a Python file. Even though you are providing add.py, not a problem. Even though you are providing, not a problem. But if you forgot to provide the extension, then also it is not a problem. Save. Okay. The first step is after completion of the program, you have to save the program. Once the program is saved, then what is the next step? In any case, the next step is execution. Simply move to run. Move to run. Click on run module. Observe where the output is displayed. Even though you are writing the script in the script mode, once the program is executed, then output is displayed on the interactive mode. This page is called interactive mode. This page is called interactive mode. And this additional page is called script mode. Okay. After installation, you have to know these two things. What is mean by interactive mode? What is mean by script mode? How do we write and execute the programs under script mode? Okay. So the installation of Python is completed and different modes of operations, that is interactive script mode, is also completed. Okay. Right now you are in a position to install any software. To install any software now. Step by step, I will explain different building blocks. Why I am using the word building blocks? By using different basic terms, then only you can construct a house. By using different bricks, we will construct a house. Similarly, by using these basic building constructs, we will develop a project. So we have different building constructs. The first one is the basic things are comments. Comment. What is mean by comment? Generally, I written this program. I written this program today. For example, tomorrow I open the same program. I open the same program. So what is this program do? How do I know? Going to the first statement. Okay, this is A is equal to 3, B is equal to 4. Here we are performing addition. By seeing all the instructions, we come to one conclusion. This is addition of two numbers. Or else, suppose this is a simple program. Assume if your program consists of many number of lines and you are using different new set of instructions. How do you know all these things? It is very difficult. If you very difficult to remember all these things. For such a case, comments are used. Comments purpose is the statements that are not executed. Comments are used only for user understanding. For example, this is the comment. So my program is, for example, this is addition of two numbers. Assume this is my program. This is my program. How the computer knows actually this statement is also executed. Now, what is your aim? You have to make sure that this statement is not to be executed, right? So, return this statement as comment. Generally, these comments are divided into two types. One is single line comment. Second one is multi-line comment. Understand the name, single line. So single line comments are represented by using hash. Observe the color change. Observe the color change. If I am using the hash symbol followed by any statement in a single line, that particular statement is not executed. The statement is useful only for user understanding. So whenever I open the program, instead of moving through the entire program, by simply studying this information, okay, this is the program used to perform addition of two numbers. I think you got the meaning of comment. Simply, instead of going through all the things, I remembered. Suppose not only at the beginning of a program. For example, here also you can write. So, use it to print some value, print the value. I don't know what the print statement do. For example, I don't know what the print statement do. In later days, if you want to remember, I can use like this. Okay. By reading this statement, okay, I conclude that this is the statement used to print some value. You got it? That is comment. User understanding purpose only. Remember, comments are not executed. Comments are not executed. So what is the symbol you have to use? The symbol is hash. The symbol is hash symbol. You can write at the beginning of a line or you can write at the end of a line. For example, assume if you are writing at this position, so this is B value. Then what happens? This is also considered as a comment. I think you got it. This is also considered as a comment. Okay. So now this one. Now second one is multi-line comments. The name specifies by using hash symbol, we are writing the comments in a single line. For example, this is the addition of two numbers and I want to write the comment in second line. Developed by Raju, for example, who developed the program. Observe the color change, then what to do? Again, you have to mention the hash. For each and every physical line of the comment, you have to prefix it with hash symbol. Again, to overcome, for example, I have 5 lines of comment. Generally use the 5 hash symbols. This is somewhat difficult. Not at all difficult. No need to use the hash symbol many number of times. Instead of that one, we have multi-line comments. That means you can return the comments in more than one line. 1, 2, 3. That means triple quotations are used for multi-line comments. Triple quotations are used here. These are triple single quotations. Suppose I need comments up to this statement. 1, 2, 3. Observe the color change. Yes. Now this is a comment. That is multi-line comments in the sense that set of lines that are enclosed within triple quotations. Within triple quotations. Here triple in the sense you can use either triple single quotations or 1, 2, 3. Triple double quotations. If you opened with single, compulsory you have to close with single. If you opened with double, close with double. You got the meaning? Yes. Now this is the comment. Now I run this program. Observe. The output 7 is displayed without any problem. The output 7 is displayed without any problem. Now see this one. Comments. Comments are not executed. Comments are not executed. Single line comment, multi-line comment. Single line comments, all the characters after the hash symbol up to the end of a line, up to the end of a line are called single line comments. Multi-line comments in the sense you can written in triple quotations, either triple single quotation or triple double quotations. Okay, now, so comments are completed. Why you are using comments? For future reference, for easy understanding of each and every instruction. Okay, now I am moving into the most important topic of any programming language. The most in the sense here, 100% important. So that is identifier. Without knowing this one, it is complete waste. So there is no words to speak without knowing the identifier. What is mean by this identifier? Why it plays a crucial role? Identifier is simply a name. Identifier is simply a name in the Python program. Generally, not only a Python program, whether it is a Java program, C, C++, Java, we are using some names. Suppose in the previous one, A is equal to 5, B is equal to 4. A is a name, B is a name. Like this, we have different names. For example, you have a name, I have a name. Without names, there is no existence of ourselves. Each and every person in the world have exactly at least one name is available. So identifier is simply a name used in the program. It may be either a class name or a function name or a variable name or a module name or a pointer name or a class name, whatever it is, object name, whatever, wherever we are using a name, identifier comes into picture. What are the rules? What is mean by this one? We are given a name. For example, in the previous example, A is equal to 3. Here, A is a variable. I will discuss the meaning of variable later. Right now, assume A is a variable which is used to hold some value. How do we give this name? How do we say that A? We have to follow some rules. In the simple our example, I have a name. My father give my name according to my date of birth, right? According to the star. Your father, your family also almost do the same thing. That is, they are following some rules. Though at particular at the time of birth, what is the star? At the time of birth, what is the date? By following those rules, they given the name to us. Exactly in the programming language also, they fixed some set of rules. By using that set of rules, we are writing the name. So what are the rules? Any name may contain, that means only the allowed characters. Suppose you are given a name, only the allowed characters are alphabets A to Z and capital A to capital Z. Remember, lowercase letters, these are lowercase letters, are different to uppercase letters. So, in any name, alphabets are allowed. In any name, the digits 0 to 9 are allowed, and the special symbol underscore is allowed. That means, suppose I am given a class name, or a variable name, or a function name, or a module name, or an object name. Okay, so different variables are available. At the time of giving a name, the name may consist of alphabets, digits, or underscore, or can consist of combination of alphabets. But so these three are allowed. If allowed in the sense it is not possible directly use. Some another main important point is An identifier does not start with a digit. Remember, this is the most important. If you are given a name, the name does not start with a digit. For example, assume I will explain some different names. A. This is a valid. It consists of only a single alphabet. A, B. This is also how many number of variables? This is one variable. Remember, this is also a single variable. For example, total. Here we have 5 letters in the sense there are 5 variables. No. Each and every word. This is a single variable or this is a single name and A underscore B. It is also valid. Here the name consists of alphabets A comma B and the special symbol underscore and the special symbol underscore. For example, A1. This is also a valid statement. Underscore A. This is also a valid statement. Now finally 1A. This is invalid. That is, such type of names are not allowed to give. You got it? You create any variable name, you have to follow some rules. What are the rules? Simply, the name consists of alphabets A to Z with a combination with 0 to 9 and the special only symbol is underscore. Other than underscore, nothing is allowed. For example, $, it is invalid and it does not starts with a digit. One here, the variable starts with a digit. This is invalid. And I already said case sensitive. Case sensitive in the sense the lower case letters are different to uppercase letters. Different to uppercase letters. Now, we cannot use reserved words as identifier. What is mean by reserved word? Generally, the another name of reserved word is keywords. That means the words that are designed for some specific purpose. For example, this is the word used for this purpose only. Other than this purpose, for any other thing, it is not allowed to use. So Python have some set of keywords. We will show the keywords later. Now, the last one is there is no length limit for either identifier. For example, the size of the name, there is no restriction. You can give a name of single letter, you can give a name of 100 letters, whatever it is. There is no restriction on the name of the length of the identifier. Okay. So based on this thing only, we are in a position to solve any programming without knowing the name. How it is possible? Yes, these are the identifiers. Up to now, if you have any doubt, please ask me. I will give you 2 minutes. If you have any doubt, please ask me. So the two things that we discussed are one is the common single line and multi-line. Second one is identifier. Identifier in the sense simply the names that are given along with the allowed and not allowed properties. Allowed and not allowed rules. Okay. So this basic thing is completed successfully. I think no one has doubt. Now I am moving into the next one. Obviously, what is the next one? In this identifier, I used the term reserved words, also called as keywords. That means some words are fixed for some specific purpose. You have to know what are the particular words. So that is keywords. You got it? Meaning the words that are reserved for some specific purpose. Other than that one, nothing is allowed. Python consists of 33 reserved words. Python consists of 33 reserved words. Okay. So these are the reserved words. These are the 33 reserved words available in Python. By this end of Python, you will learn definitely all the reserved words. 100% you learn all the reserved words without knowing these reserved words. For example, if my assumption is end is a variable name, Assume end is a variable and it gives an error. Why? Because end is a reservoir. By practicing, we will know which one is a reservoir, which one is a not a reservoir. So if you want to import from the system, use this statement. Now I will show you the execution. So I shown the comments. Next one, I have to show the identifier valid or invalid. For example, A is equal to 3. Observe there is no error. It is invalid. Sorry, it is valid. Suppose AB is equal to 2. There is no error. It is also a valid. For example, A underscore B is equal to 3. Here we are using the special symbol underscore. It is valid. Observe all these cases. In all these cases, the name begin with an alphabet. The name begin with an alphabet. For example, underscore A is equal to 2. It is also not a problem. Why? Because the special allowed symbol or underscore, I said only one point. Only one point. The point is the names begin with alphabets or underscore. That means it does not begin with a digit. Suppose see this one 1A. Whenever I presented, it gives an error. 1A is equal to 3. See this one? Invalid decimal literal. That means a name does not begin with a digit. Does not begin with a digit. The only allowed characters are underscore and A to Z 09, that is common. Okay. So identifier is completed. After completion of identifier, what we have discussed simply discussed the keywords. Suppose I will show you. I will explain this what happened. It is an import statement. I will explain all these things at the later sessions. These import, all these things are available. Right now, simply to show the keywords. To show the keywords, I will use this function keywords. Import keyword. So see this one, import keyword. So the keyword module is imported. The keyword module is imported. Now, after completion of the module import, if you want to check all the keywords, then you can write keyword dot kw list. How this happened? Once you know the concept of modules, you learn all these things. KWS spelling mistake. Keyword dot KW list. See this one. These are the available 33 keywords in Python. Available 33 keywords in Python. Okay. Identifier is completed. Keywords are completed. Now the next one is variables. Variables. What is mean by variable? What is mean by variable? How the variables are created? We will discuss in this session. We will discuss in this session. What is mean by variable? Variable is nothing but the reserved memory location to store the values. The meaning is, what is the meaning? For example, if you want to perform addition of two numbers, where the two numbers are stored, the two numbers are stored in some memory location. The two numbers are stored in some memory location. For example, this is the sorry. For example, this is a memory location for and this contains a value 3. And this memory location is referred by using a variable A. If you are writing the statement like this, here what is the meaning? A is a variable which is used to store some value. What is the need of storing the value? Again, we have a question. What is the need? For example, if I written the program, if I am given 2 comma 3, The addition is performed between 2 and 3. If you given 3, 4, the addition is performed between 3 and 4. That means whatever the value we are providing, according to that values, the operation is performed. According to that values, the operation is performed, right? So, whenever we need such type of operation, we create a variable where some memory is allocated. Suppose here automatically some variable b is created with some memory. A value is 3, b value is equal to 4. Here in this a comma b are called variables. Okay, so here one of the main advantage of Python is dynamically typed language. Python is dynamically typed language. If you want to learn the meaning of dynamically typed, for example, I written a program in C language. Assume I am using C language. My program is addition of two numbers. In C language, what to do? First, we have to write down the menu and what are the types of integers int a comma b comma c. I am writing the program in C. Here, what is the meaning of this one? Here I am declaring three variables A, B, C, all holds integer value. All are holds integer value. Then only after declaration, then only you can able to use the variables. Without variable declaration, it is not allowed to use. But coming to Python, here no need to declare the variable. No need to declare the variables. That means Python do not need any explicit declaration. So here Python do not need any explicit declaration. What is the meaning of this one? I will explain clearly. For example, your aim is to perform addition between two whole numbers. I am speaking in mathematical term. What is mean by whole number? Without any points. A number without any points. For example, 2 plus 3. A is equal to, I will open. Now see this one. For example, whole numbers. Once you understand this concept, then only the variable concept is very easy to understand. What is mean by whole numbers? 2, comma 3, 4, that numbers are called. That is without any point, the numbers are called whole numbers. In programming language, the whole numbers is represented as integers. Just to remember the word. Right now, just to remember the word, the whole numbers are represented as integer. For example, 2.1, 3.1, those are called real numbers. In the technical point of view, the real numbers are called float numbers. Okay, right now I know two technical terms. One is integer and another one is float. Okay, very good. Now I am writing a C program. So in the C program, what is your first step? You have to declare the variable a comma b comma c. That means in the program, I am declared three variables A, B, C. All the three variables holds only integer value. Only integer value. That means A, B are integer. C is also integer. For example, by mistake, if I given A value is equal to 2.3, B value is equal to some 3.4, it gives an error. Why? I declared the variables as integer, but I am given the float values. This is one of the main problem in all the programming languages except Python. What in Python? In Python, this statement is not needed. This statement is not needed. Right now, I need a variable. Directly, I assign the value. Whatever the value you are assigning, automatically the variable becomes such value. So here A is a float variable, here B is an integer variable. You got it? Do not need the explicit declaration. Automatically by using assignment, if you are assigning any value, that is considered such data type. So here variable name is equal to an expression. Up to now I said only one thing, a is equal to 3, b is equal to 4.2, given values. But here why I am writing expression and why? Remember, a variable is created, a memory space is allocated. Within that memory space, only one value is stored. Remember the thing. Suppose A holds only one value. Suppose B holds only one value. A variable can hold only a single value. If you are given the expression, not a problem, the entire expression is evaluated. For example, A is equal to 2 into 3 plus 4. Here the entire expression is evaluated. 2 into 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10. Finally, A value is equal to 10. You got it? Whatever the expression you are given, the entire thing is calculated. The final single value is assigned to variable. Now, how do we give the names? Based on the rules of identifier. Variable names are also given by using the rules of identifier. See this one, different examples. A is equal to 5. If you print, so remember one thing, print is the function which is used to display the output to the user. To display the output to the user. Here understand carefully. Here I am not doing any declaration. Directly I given the value A is equal to 5. So it is an integer assignment. We are assigning an integer value. If you are given float, automatically B becomes the float value. B becomes the float value. Suppose consider this one. Right now, A is equal to 20. What is the type of A? The type of A is an integer, right? Suppose in the program, I changed A is equal to welcome. So the value, that is A value 20 is replaced with welcome, and the type of A is a string. Here what the point you can observe? In Python, not only the value of variable may change, variable. The meaning is we can change the value. For example, at the starting of the program, I given A is equal to 3. Suppose in the program, I perform some modification. A is equal to A plus 1. What is the meaning? Always remember, if you are using is equal to, first the right side thing is evaluated. So 3 plus 1, 4. Now 4 is assigned to A. From now onwards, A value is equal to 4. That means variable is which is used to change the value. Instead of changing the values in Python, we can change the data that is assigned. That is, we can assign integer, float, to string, whatever the data you are assigning, the system, that is the variable, takes such type of data. Okay. And the final point is coming to variables. In Python, we have the concept of multiple assignments. What is mean by assignment? Assigning a value to a variable, that is assignment. Multiple, the name specifies at a time we are assigning the value to multiple variables. For example, see this one. variable 1 is equal to variable 2 is equal to variable 3 is equal to value. Well, how it happens? Is equal to in the sense the right side is assigned to left side. Value is assigned to variable 3. Here, whatever that is present in this, assigned to this one. Present in this, assigned to this one. For example, consider this one. 20 is assigned to C. Now C holds 20. That 20 is assigned to B. Now B holds 20. That 20 is assigned to A. You got it? If you want to assign, I will explain all these things with their examples. No problem. First, I will explain theoretically. Again, I will implement all the things practically. Each and everything. Theoretical is completed, practical. So if I want to assign a single value to multiple variables, a single value to multiple variables. This is one fashion. Now, I have a second option. The second in the sense, multiple variables with multiple values. Multiple variables with multiple values. For example, value 1, observe, this is the variable name or not? Yes, here it contains alphabets and digits. This is a variable name. This is a variable name. This is a variable name. So here you can directly declare all the variables separated with the comma. How many variables we have? We have three variables. Assign three values again separated with comma. How? One is assigned to value 1. 3.4 is assigned to value 2. Raju is assigned to value 3. You got it? The simple thing is assigning multiple values to multiple variables. Suppose I will show you A is equal to 3. A is equal to 3. A is equal to 3.4. Now print A. Observe. Override. No need of here. I am not declaring the variable. I not declare the variable. Directly I assign the value. It takes an integer. Suppose if I am assigning 3.4, it overrides. 3 is override with 3.4. Now, so this is a single assignment. A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 1. What is this meaning? If you want to store a single value in multiple variables, you can use the statement like this. Now A, B, C. Here you have to observe one point. If you are using interactive mode, directly you can give the variable name, no problem. If you directly give the variable name, the value present in the variable is displayed. Suppose if you want to use script mode, compulsory you have to use print statement. You got it? For example, see this one. Here I am assigning the values without using print statement. Here I use the variable name. The corresponding values are displayed. Assume this one. Here, without print statement, if I type A comma B, see, we will get an error. See, nothing is happened. We'll get an error, nothing. Why? Because we are not using the print statement. In script mode, if you want to print some value, compulsory you have to write that variable inside the print statement. But in interactive mode, directly the variable name is sufficient. Directly the variable name is sufficient. Or else, here also you can use the print statement. Okay, you can use a print statement with the print statement or without print statement. It is possible in interactive mode, but in script mode, compulsory use the print statement. Okay, the multiple assignments, one point is completed. That is, single value is assigned to multiple variables. Now, what is our next aim? Multiple values to multiple variables. So here you can write all the multiple variables separated by comma. Here A, B, C, D, four variables are declared. How many values you have to assign? You have to assign 4 values. What is the meaning? Always remember the first value is copied to first variable. Second is copied into second. Third is copied into third, and so on. Suppose see this one. A value is 1, B value is 2, C value is 3, D value is equal to 4. This is the multiple assignments. Okay. Now in this today's session, before closing the session, I will give you some reminders. In the today's session, what we have discussed, how to install Python IDLE. How do we install Python IDLE? So if you have any doubt, I will revise the topics in 5 minutes. If you have any doubt, please unmute yourself and ask the doubts. No problem. So ideally is completed. In the later sessions, I will move to these two also. Once we are moving at a particular stage, I will move to this one. Now, after completion of installation, I showed two modes of Python. One is interactive mode and another one is script mode. How to write the program in interactive mode? How to write and execute the program in script mode? That is fine. After completion, comments. So two types of comments which are used for understanding. The comments are not executed, user understanding purpose only. After that, the main important thing, identifier. What is mean by identifier? The name along with we also discussed the rules to be followed. To give a name, you have to follow some rules. We discussed the rules that are to be followed after completion, and one of the rule is keywords. Keywords in the sense the reserved words, the words that are designed for some specific purpose only. So such keywords are discussed. After completion of these keywords, we move to the concept of variables. Under variables, we discussed initialization. What is the term initialization? Assigning value. Suppose A is equal to 3. That means we are assigning a value 3 to the variable A. Assigning values is called initialization. So we discussed the initialization, not only a single initialization, we discussed multiple assignment with single value, multiple assignment with single value and multiple values, right? Multiple values. Okay, these are the things that are covered in the today's session. Okay, if you have any doubt, please ask me. If you have any doubt, please ask. You should please unmute yourself and ask the doubt. If it is clear, then okay. Or else you can ping the message in chat box also. Ping the message in chat box also. At least if you are okay, if you are okay with the session, give some message, it is okay. For knowing
Okay,
whether
sir.
you understand or not. Yes. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. We are clear on the topic that what you have discussed so far.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Please, others also. Or else if you are unable to unmute, you can ping some message. Why? Because if you understand or not understand, I have to know. Based on your capabilities, I will move a bit faster or move a bit slower. That is the reason I'm asking this feedback. Okay.
I'm clear with all the topics.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. I got 2 responses. Hope all are clear. Mostly I will close the today's session. I will cut as clear. Yes, thank you. Tomorrow I will continue with the next topics. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubts, ask. No problem. Otherwise, you can leave the session. Thank you. Thank you very much.